was fucked up, they ain't invite me. Now they all come around, play like they like me. That's my friend, we just fuck, but that's your wifey. Fuck all that love shit, I swear it don't excite me. Fuck how you feel, made it this far, I ain't even signed a deal. Yeah, I'm high as fuck, see we like to pop pills. Had to fuck the past, I don't know if I can heal. Tryna ride my wave, cause they wish they had to spill. Heart froze, I don't really have no chill. If I give you my attention, keep it real. I can't trust no one, I'm riding with the steel. I've been focused with my team, I'm tryna build. I got robbed when I was young, so now it sticks out. Walk around like I'm a star, you know I stick out. If you ain't with me, you against me, you just stick out. See the hate just like the sky, you know it's clear now. Ain't no discussion, you cross me, there will be tears now. I'm on the road, I'm moving fast, I'm shifting gears now. I don't gotta lift a finger, no, I got volunteers. Know some niggas that be hunting, don't get hit like a deer. I've been working for this shit, no time to back out. Had to make my own lane, I threw the map out. All this smoke inside my room, hard not to pass out. All this pain that I feel, hard not to lash out. Keep on talking pussy, you gon' make me act up. Let them junk get to your head and you get smacked out. Slam a nigga on his neck and watch him black out. I just took some nigga bitch and made her tap out. Life's a gamble, I don't ever wanna cash out. I'ma throw these damn dice, pray I don't crap out. Kill this shit because I can. Came from nothing, here I stand. Finished laid up in some sand. Tryna stock up all these bands. When the nigga was fucked up, they ain't invite me. Now they all come around, play like they like me. That's my friend, we just fuck, but that's your wifey. Fuck all that love shit, I swear it don't excite me.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Charvon.
It's Sappy.
Hey Ty here, and we are here for another episode of
Relatable versus Debatable.
Alright, so y'all just heard a nice song from our boy, our special guest, our breadwinner, the all-time, the most famous. Yeah, I gotta hype him up. Mr. Trey Ricardo is in the building, y'all.
Woo! Shout out to the players. Hey!
Alright, so for those who don't know, today's episode, we are going to be talking about music. So we got a special guest, a music recording artist in the building. He's going to be talking to us, giving us some feedback, some of his knowledge and thoughts on the music industry, his music, and things that, you know, that affect other artists, himself, and just ways to go about music in general, alright? So we're going to get things started. Go ahead and say what's up to the people.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Trey Ricardo, man. Y'all can find me everywhere at I am Trey Ricardo.
Alright, so our first question. Alright, we're going to start this thing off. What first got you into music?
Honestly, I started off dancing first. So, like, me dancing for, like, so many talented artists in the DMV and, like, other places.
That's
you know
really
what I mean? And it kind of, like, inspired me to take that leap.
Literally. Hey.
Was out there busting and you got served.
All right, that's dope. I mean, look, we all got to start somewhere, so we got to get our inspiration out there. Speaking of inspiration, who inspired you to start making music in the first place?
I mean, I had, like, a lot of people I grew up, like listening to that I would listen to, but my brother did music, and, like, you know what I mean? Like, me just living in the same house as him kind of inspired me, you know what I mean, to do music, because it's just like, if he can do it, I can do it.
What did he do exactly?
My brother was a rapper or whatever, so I started off rapping first before I was singing and dancing, like all that, you know what I mean? I started off writing poetry, then I started dancing, and then I started rapping, and then it kind of just
flowed together.
Yeah, it flowed together.
And
I mostly sing.
The arts.
Yeah, so.
Everything happens for a reason. Cars fall where they may.
So it's like, it's kind of like I go in the studio and I just do whatever I feel, you know what I mean? But like one of my people, what I would say influenced me is like Michael Jackson and Chris Brown.
Come on now,
Absolutely.
Michael Jackson?
Hopefully they don't cut you out of Step Up or nothing. You know?
All right, that's what's up. All right, so how would you describe the music that you typically create?
Emo trap.
Emo trap.
Yeah,
So
shout out Emo Gang Records.
So for those who don't know what that is, like, how would you describe emo trap? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, this is the first time I've never heard of emo trap ever before.
Okay, artists, emo rappers are like, these are some emo rappers I would name, like, they come to my mind, like, when I think, like, Juice WRLD, like, you know what I mean,
Okay.
Monkey Polo,
Yeah.
you know, XX, you know what I mean?
Oh.
You feel me?
So when you, emo as in, like, you know,
Emotional.
oh, is that what emo is short for? I definitely didn't know.
Bro.
Sorry to this man.
I definitely didn't know.
Yes, that's what it's short for.
I learned something new today.
Yeah.
You know, you learn something new every day. Like, I don't know it all, but I do know a lot.
Yeah.
Are you done?
All right,
That's
all
what's
right.
up, though.
All right, so what is your creative process like? How do you stimulate yourself to get in the mood to create?
Stimulate yourself.
Goodness gracious.
I'm in the closet, yo. This is not R. Kelly. No, I know.
But normally, it normally starts with me rolling the blunt. And listening to
Amen
the beat.
to that.
Okay.
You feel me? Listening to the
Period.
beat, you know, and I normally just get in my bag with Tizzy. Shout out my engineer Tizzy. You know what I mean? And we just, you know what I mean? You know, we just play beats and we just go. I'd be like, yo, sometimes I'll write down a hook. You know what I mean? Most of the time I just go in there, and I'd be like, all right, bro, we punching in. We just freestyle the whole track like this. You know, it's normally like that's how I feel in the moment.
All right, so with that being said, though, so it does make me wonder, do you believe that, you know, rolling that blunt right before your sessions, that like really helps the brain get the creative juices flowing? Do you think weed will help you get there?
Do I? I mean, honestly, no, I don't think so. Cause there's been times when I didn't have no weed and I couldn't roll up before a session, and you know, it's all just
Still got
I
that
still
fire,
you know,
yeah.
You know, cause it's just like you know, I don't know. It's just like when I'm in a booth, it's more like I'm venting. You know what I mean? Like I rap about my life and the shit I've been through and the shit I go through. So it you know, my life really inspires me on what I talk about.
All right, and that wasn't to put you on the spot, but I say that because I've seen situations where musicians, yeah, you can be creative without it, but then sometimes some people would say, well, you know, the weed, man, it helped me enhance what I was doing. So that's why I asked the question.
I think weed, even for him to be an emo rapper, it taps into your emotions in a different level. So you to be able to tap into that, because there's things that you suppress throughout the day, and we just kind of be like, oh, let it out. And so he can tap into that and then use that and use those things that he's thinking to, you know, inspire his music.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was thinking. I just wasn't sure. I was curious because, like, we know weed affect everybody differently.
Yeah. But also, you don't want to be like that person that depends on it, but you still have a creative flow that you don't have to depend on it. Because, you know, there's some artists that alcohol, they need it. Lean, they need it.
I mean, there's some artists, there's some regular people who, right, there's people who don't make money off of stuff, and they need something. So
I feel like I wouldn't need it per se, for the simple fact that like I feel like the art itself is my drug. Like I get like a high off just recording and being able to vent. Being able to vent and really express myself.
Absolutely. All right, that's what's up.
That's how it's supposed to be. Anywho, okay, so my question is, who would you like to collaborate with the most?
Oh, easy. Like Chris Brown, Ty Dolla $ign, PNB Rock, Trippy, Drake.
Shout out to Drake.
Top five.
Shout out to Drake. You already know what I'm saying? Champagne Poppy. 6 God.
You know, Lil Durk. You know, I wish I could tap in with like Juice WRLD.
Man,
you know what I mean?
R.I.P. Juice.
R.I.P. Juice. Man.
Hey, you know, with technology these days, you can find a
It's
verse
not impossible.
it's not impossible.
Just
Find a
something
verse
to
that's
drop,
in the
yeah.
vault and then work
Add
around
to
it.
Put yourself on a beat.
That's why I love technology
Or
in the
they just
future.
take his whole voice and then you could just rap and then, but that's not him.
Because I was always wondering why Tupac was still playing.
Man, I just watched that episode of Chappelle Show yesterday.
19 years later, like, why is Tupac still making new songs? Like, I thought he was dead.
I was just watching that episode of Chappelle Show. That joint had me weak. So I guess this is kind of similar, but like if you had the choice to open for any artist, who would it be?
It's not similar at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You only get one.
You only get one.
Only
you feel
get
me?
one.
So, if I'm gonna open up for any of the artists I just named, then I'm definitely gonna choose Chris Brown.
Really?
Yeah,
Not
I can
Drake?
see that.
Not Drake.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I fuck with Drake hard.
Yeah.
But like, no, I just feel like Chris fan base and crowd
It's
is
more
will cater more to what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel
they
like
got similar styles.
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
No, I feel it. I just, have to ask, Drake fan,
And we all know Drake don't got the best history.
No, I mean, you open up for Drake, you get at least a good, album and a half.
And he gonna steal it all.
Yeah.
What you mean?
Exactly.
What you mean?
You gonna make a percentage.
Yeah.
And he's
1%.
going to take it all. What you mean?
Okay, but a percentage of like a lot is, the same as.
Like I said, he gonna take it all.
Anywho, so, what would you be doing right now if it wasn't for your music career? Like, what do you think? What path you would have went down?
Honestly, I don't even know, and it's crazy because when people ask me this question, I don't really like to even answer it because I'm like opening up a possibility of me not succeeding in what I'm trying to accomplish. So it's just like I don't even think about what I would be doing because I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing.
That's
right.
I feel that.
That's real. I can respect that.
So, I mean, but you did talk about dance earlier, so.
Yeah. I mean, all that's a part of me, though.
Yeah, I don't feel like he can choose none of it.
Yeah, because it's all like the Swiss Army
naturally.
knife.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, what places have you performed, or where have you performed at?
I performed in Detroit, let's see, Kalamazoo, Michigan. We got Atlanta, New York.
Were these large
Jersey,
venues? Or like
Philly.
small places?
Huh?
Were these large venues?
I
or
mean,
like...
I performed on a Let's Dance tour, and then I performed at small venues. I've been on Let's Sugar Dream Tour, Live Your Dream Tour. It's all these tours I've been on, but it's just, I've been on school tours. You feel me?
So you've been definitely moving around.
Yeah. So it's just it's not really for me. It don't matter if it's big or small.
You're gonna do what you
Exposure is exposure.
Not even exposure, you're just doing what you love.
Yeah.
Because all that is a release for me.
If you do what you love, you never work a day in your life or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I be working because I don't work.
But that does make me ask, so if you was doing what you love, but nobody was ever seeing you do it, would you still do it?
Yeah, I'm cool. Look, I'm going to be honest with you, all right? Me, I live I don't want to say this. All right, I'm going to just be blunt with it, you know what I mean?
Go ahead, man.
If all the fame and shit, for me, that shit is just a plus, you know?
Absolutely.
The bitches and all that, it's cool, you feel me? It's cool.
That's the icing on top.
But genuinely, if it wasn't no money involved, if it didn't bring none of that, I would still be doing this because it is me, and this is how I vent. This is therapy to me. It's not no drug that can fix the way I think, but music. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When I go in the studio, that's my medicine. That's me talking to my therapist right there. Me in that studio venting, getting this shit off my chest. You know what I mean?
Heard.
So I know we kind of took a little left, but you did say you performed at a lot of venues.
Yeah.
What was your favorite place to perform, and what was your least favorite place to perform?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't say, I'm gonna start out the question by saying I wouldn't really say any place was my least favorite because it's just everything is an experience and it's a lesson, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and it's just an honor. It's just you know what I mean? Whether it's 6 people in the crowd, it's still a blessing that you still got them 6 people there to sit there and rock with you. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, my favorite though was Constitution Hall. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, Constitution.
That's the spot.
Yeah, that's historic too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then that's probably real, you feel, great about it because you came up in the DMV. If somebody else from somewhere else.
Lit. That was when we had the Beach of Feet Kings on stage too. That shit was
Hey.
Do you have any upcoming shows currently, or
I mean, with COVID, man, it's just so hectic. But I still tap in with people, you know what I mean, and I still travel, you know what I mean. So we'll just go in the studio and just, you know what I mean. I'm not really, you know what I mean, out there doing shows per se.
Right.
Because everything's still on lockdown for real.
So what I mean? You did say with COVID things changed. Has digitally have you changed how you approach your fans and things like that?
I took steps you know what I mean to basically be more active like on social media because everybody's in the house now. So it's just like when everybody was just like, damn, stay in the house because, you know what I mean, COVID, it's just like, no, I took this as an opportunity to get off my ass because everybody's staying in the house. You feel me? So it's just like, I'm gonna give y'all something to watch while y'all stay guys in the house.
Right.
You smart.
So with technology, are you using any platforms like Zoom concerts?
I mean, honestly, because I rap, sing, and dance and all of that shit, it's just like, it's so much easier for me to, you know what I mean, reach a crowd, you know what I mean, whether it's the dancing crowd or the music crowd, you feel me? Because it's just like, if I'm not singing or rapping, I can be dancing. If I'm not dancing, I can be singing or rapping. You know what I mean? It's like so many little small things you could be doing. You know what I mean? Like, it's an app called Voicey. You know what I mean?
I use
like,
that.
I get on that joint, I write songs. You know what I mean? I put that shit on private so no one see the songs. But like, you feel me?
You tell like, everybody the secrets.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can't. You know what I mean?
You can't give the keys.
I can't give y'all disclose. I can't
We
get
have some good beats on that. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me? But you know, it's cool. It's cool. It's like I just gotta be locked in because if I'm not, like, I get anxiety. You know? I get anxiety.
You talking all musicians that get it.
I get anxiety if I'm not doing something productive. Like,
right.
You know what I mean?
You start thinking about other stuff.
Sound like me on a Saturday. Crazy. All right. So with that being said, so when you use these platforms, what's some of your favorite songs or your raps to perform?
Like, okay, when I use like platforms like such as Instagram, right? Because every now and then, like, well, no, I'm not gonna say every now and then. Every day, I make sure I get on live and I play my music to get people excited for my up and coming projects. You know what I mean? So I would say probably like Instagram is one of my favorite platforms to use, and I would say another platform or software I would like to use is Final Cut because like I can edit videos and then post them and give them something to watch. You know what I mean? So it's all about like however I'm feeling or like, you know what I mean, like how creative I want to be in that moment.
All right, so right now, if you had to pick a song of yours to be played, to be heard by the world, what song is it going to be?
Venting, hands down.
Venting, hands down. All right, what is venting about?
Me venting.
There might be some underlying thing,
right.
you know.
Because with musicians, as you know, they can be, and especially poets, they can be very metaphorical. So it may not necessarily be venting exactly, but the people may want to know. So absolutely. Yeah. So it's about you venting. Cool.
Yeah, no, it's another day in my shoes. In other words, you feel me? And basically just like in that song I talk about a lot that I've been through, you know what I mean? A lot about me. And I feel like, you know what I mean? Of course we all gotta make songs, you know what I mean, to be party to, you know what I'm saying? And every song I do is me giving me, but like in that particular song I feel like I gave like all of me, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I gave like everything.
I feel it.
On that song.
That makes sense.
So since we're talking about, venting and some of the things you've been through, have any of those things consisted of you getting in any type of trouble, whether it's in trouble with yourself, in trouble with the law, and in trouble with your job, or any other things that you may have been involved in?
I could say when I was younger, yeah, but like as of really now, I got like kids, bro. I got you know what I mean.
Together.
I gotta be wise for them, you know what I mean, set an example for them. But it's just like, yeah, I know we all live life and we all, you know what I mean, grow through stages of our life, you know what I mean, and I just had to learn how to not act off of my emotion, you know what I mean, and just learn to express it.
Yeah,
you know
by venting.
I see what you did there.
So it's just like all in, like, you know.
Yeah, shout out to the black man who making sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Hey, that's what it's all about.
I mean, I've been like in handcuffs before, I've been locked up before, but like my record is still clean, so. And
that's all that matters.
Hey, absolutely.
Like it's been like shit, like where it's just like I've had to go to the police station and shit and like do like breathalyzer and shit like that, but like I ain't never been like locked up now. A lot of my men, you know what I mean, they like to keep me out of that shit.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't really gotta do too much. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm not no bitch either, so it's just like I'm not about to call no nigga. Yeah. You feel me? So.
Yeah, I feel you, man. That's why you got homies to keep you grounded and keep you where you're supposed to be. So with that being said, have you gotten any advice from your homies or like a father figure, your father, anybody over you that's really giving you advice to make sure that you stay on the path that you're on?
Well,
I like your brother because you said he was a rapper too, right?
Yeah, my brother, my big brother Mikey Polo, my big brother Spyro. These are like two main people, you know what I mean, that I seek wisdom from, and when it comes to the industry and just life, you know what I mean, like, because like these two people like got like minds, like, you know what I mean, completely different type of mindsets. But it's like good to get, you know what I mean, like information from both sides. You feel me? So you can
diverse.
Exactly, like a diverse mindset, really. You know what I mean? So with that being said, though, my father died. My mom was pregnant with me, so I don't have no father.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But so I just, you know what I mean, I be with my bros. You feel me? Like that's my family. I had to make my own family. I don't really have no family for real.
Right. Okay. Hey, you gotta make it work, man.
Yeah.
All right. You know, in the words of Drake, you know.
Really?
What? You know, I love quoting Drake. All right, I'm not gonna quote no Drake. All right. So, really quickly before we bring the interview portion to an end, you know, what's something that you want people to know about you?
Honestly, I just want y'all to know, if y'all fuck with me, I'ma fuck with y'all a long way. You know what I mean? Like I'm for the people, because at the end of the day, like I've done like a lot of amazing things in my life, but I'm still here with the people. You feel me? I'm not gone yet. I'm humble as shit. You feel me? Like I'm not trying to be nothing. I'm not. You feel me? Everything I talk about in my raps is real me, 100% me. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. And follow me everywhere. I am Trey Ricardo, and stay tuned for my mixtape I got coming out called Flavors, and I got an album behind that called Behind My Eyes. So just know it's gonna be lit.
You right?
No days off. All right, so with that being said, we're going to go ahead and conclude the interview portion, and we're going to go ahead and get into the discussion. So now we get to act the fool and get back to, you know, the things that we...
I don't act the fool.
So, first thing we want to talk about. How do you feel the internet has impacted the music business today?
Oh, I think it's definitely impacted it like at a level that we never even imagined.
Negatively or positively?
Both.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree.
I think I actually like that the internet is making more of an impact than the actual music business, because the artists themselves are making more money for themselves.
Yeah,
exactly.
And then also you think about things like TikTok, where now you could get record labels like to sign you through TikTok.
Yeah.
Like they have
you
have the masters to your music through TikTok. Like that's crazy. Like they weren't doing that before.
Because that's how the record labels get you. They try to keep them masters, and then, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. So look, y'all, they ain't here laughing at me because I'm in this stool that sounded like farting, but I'm not farting. So they over here trying so hard not to laugh, so I'm going to just bring it to light. I'm not in here busting down at all.
Let it one loose.
The stool is just squeaking.
Yes, let the stool.
Yes, the stool.
But y'all know I ain't no problem letting the rent. You know what I'm saying?
Do you watch South Park? Do you watch South Park?
Yeah. Nah, is that you talking about that episode? No, I'm talking about that. What's this, like a scary movie or something like that? And it's Queen Latifah, and then a dude sat in a seat, in a leather seat, and it was like, and then he was like, "What? It's the stool." And then that's when she was like, yes, the stool.
All right, so get back on track though. But the masters thing with TikTok, I definitely didn't know about. And the crazy part is, recording labels definitely be wanting to keep your masters
all the time.
Then, you know, 30 years from now, when it's still getting played on the radio,
or somebody sample
TV
it,
stations, somebody sample it, that they can get paid. So I think TikTok is definitely doing artists justice in the sense of being fair to making sure that they're getting, you know, what they deserve.
That, and also the dances. Like, people don't know these songs until they come with a TikTok dance, and then they blow up. Like, and even artists who are already blown up, like Drake, making songs specifically for TikTok. Like Tootsie Slide was definitely for TikTok. Like, he didn't make that for nothing else. Like,
we're not talking about that. Is that real? He made it for TikTok?
What else?
Or are you just saying?
What else?
Or are you just saying that
he made it for TikTok?
He just made a record so good.
Did you see the timing of when he made it? After all the TikTok dances were coming out during COVID, and then he was on TikTok.
I mean, if he did, you know, shout out to Drake, because, you know, Drake is
Drake is a genius.
And
Drake is a genius.
He's very smart, you know what I'm saying? So he knows how to come up. But the fact
that a platform like that can influence a, you know, artist that big, it just speaks to how well you can connect with your, you know, your fan base based on just one song, or based off, you know, something that just blow up.
So especially since you're a dancer, Would you do a TikTok dance for your song?
Hell yeah, you think I didn't?
Well, there it is. What'd you say about Michael Jackson?
No, I was about to say, y'all think if Michael Jackson was still alive, he would have been like,
He'd be busted wide open on TikTok.
Oh yeah, he would have been on TikTok with Lil Paris or whatever her name.
Don't do
What's
that.
her name? Paris.
Yes.
Yeah, and Lil Blanket.
That's the little girl who's
Yeah.
Oh wait, who's
His daughter.
Paris' daughter.
I only knew Blanket. I didn't know he had more than one kid.
He has
has
three.
For
His
real?
daughter,
He
Paris, and then 2 sons, right?
Prince Michael Jr. I think. Prince Michael Jr. Anyway.
Oh, all right.
This is embarrassing. I don't know Michael's kids' names.
I mean, it is what it is.
His kids. Anywho.
Don't do that. No MJ slander on this podcast. Thank you.
All right, so how has, internet affected things negatively? So we talked about the positive, but what about the negative?
Well, it's also...
Shit, I mean, man. I just feel like they're wrong. Everybody's wrong with the internet.
Like...
Nowadays, people get shot and niggas want to record it instead of calling for help. Like,
No bullshit.
this shit is getting out of hand. Niggas need to, like, stop. No, I just feel like...
And you
negatively, like, that's what I would say, because it's just like people just want to record everything for a clout, and that shit can get ugly or dangerous. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of these celebrities don't want to go out nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's why didn't the baby get into it with somebody for that?
He did, yeah. He ended up like
it's like-
shoving somebody at a hotel because he was trying to take a video of him and his daughter, and he was like, "Yo, chill," and he wouldn't, and he was like,
it's like that's why I say I don't like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then also on top of that, it feels like it connects you to your fan base, but it also connects you to a room
many
full of
people.
haters.
Yeah.
Like you only had like 2 haters before, but now everybody hates you for no reason, and they gonna say it because they behind a screen, and Twitter fingers turn to trigger fingers or whatever, vice versa.
I feel like you have to have a different mentality though to prepare yourself for that.
Yeah, or you just gotta like not see the bullshit, like whatever works for you. But negatively, I think across the board, the internet has affected things positively and negatively. I was just talking to somebody the other day. It's like niggas used to look up shit that we look up in, like they used to look up shit in encyclopedias.
Yeah.
Like
I
we
remember
got
those days.
Google. Like,
You had the
alive.
encyclopedia CD.
like my grandma still had encyclopedias, and to think that everything in the world could
Is
fit
at your
in an
fingers,
encyclopedia is crazy, because it couldn't. Like
That's why you had to have like it was
you
like
had
a
all
set
the
of 30,
volumes. Yeah, but
and
then
them
you had
joints
to
was
add
like
more.
12 inches thick, no homo.
But you had to add more, you had to
Then you had to get the updated
You had to
one.
cross-reference, like, niggas don't do that shit no more. They be like, what the fuck did this happen? And then Google be like,
Now we just get a new software update, and then we got all the new stuff.
Exactly. So I think it's affected everything positively and negatively, but it's going to show in music more because, especially when you get to your Summer Walkers and things like that, like, people don't like putting their whole lives on a platform for you to be able to say, this is
how
I can connect to you because I know you. You don't know me, nigga. Like, I love this podcast. I love y'all, but y'all don't know me based off this podcast. And so what you say about me based off of what you may hear in my music or what you feel about me, and you don't know me, it's gonna feel way different, I feel like.
But what I feel like though, and for me this was a good thing, especially once the YouTubes and the celebrities started getting Instagram accounts. Yeah, I don't know you, but sometimes when you see superstars, you put them on a pedestal. But when you see them on Instagram sometimes and you get to see them being regular, and it's like, yo, okay, so he can hoop like any regular person who just go to the courts every day. Or, okay, she like to shop. Yeah, you might be famous, but everybody,
Right,
they don't wear
that's when you gonna have people
fashionable
stalking
them
you.
labels and stuff like that. They do that for the balls and Met Galas and all and stuff like that. But it's like, okay, on a regular day,
Unless you
I just want-
Beyonce. If you Beyonce, you're gonna be
I
on a
guess.
pedestal.
Fabulous
with
all
all
the
But
the
on a
time.
regular day, it's like, all right, I want to put on this shirt, and it's like, oh, I got a shirt just like that. Oh, okay, so she, you know what I'm saying?
They're
It's-
more relatable.
Yeah, they definitely
Quote.
become more relatable, you know what I'm saying? So, and you kind of get an idea of who they are beyond the musical aspect. And so, to me, that's what I think the internet has done, for the music game when it comes to just artists in general. So yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, I got a question.
What's up?
As an artist on social media, have you received any like negativity? Because having a platform, it always comes with it.
I don't know. I mean, mostly the negative stuff that I got was like from probably like groupies or something, like making fake pages and shit.
That's wild.
Yeah, like I don't really pay that shit no attention. Somebody gonna feel how someone's always gonna have an opinion on you, whether they know you or not. You know what I mean? So
how do you brush that off? Because some people, you know, they're not able to do it so easy.
I mean, the way I look at it is just like their opinion is not putting no money in my pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like then when I go pay my rent, like they not there, I pay that shit. So
before then, I gotta see you pop, lock, and drop.
What?
All right, moving on. All right, so as far as artists go, you know, what truly makes an unsigned artist? Like, what does that mean?
The struggle.
Because people love to say, "Oh yeah, you know, I'm sorry, not unsigned, but independent artists."
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, I wouldn't say it can be a struggle, yeah, but there's some independent artists that are on top too. You know what I mean? So I would say like it's cool. You know what I mean? I actually asked Neo this question before when I met him. I was like, yo,
just having casual conversations with Neo.
I said, bro, do you think it's better to get signed to a record label or do you think it's better to be independent? He said, well, it just depends on the type of person you are. He said, you can A, let them do all the work and let them steal all your shit, or you can B, you do all the work and you get all your money.
I know that's right.
And I was just like, all right, I mean,
but you gotta be that type of person to
you
work
feel me?
for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It changed my perspective on like what type of person I want to be, you know what I mean, and what type of person I'm gonna set for my kids, you know what I mean? Because like, they're paying attention to everything, huh?
Is he an independent artist?
No, his song was Misunderstood. No, I'm just like. Oh, guys.
But so, and I asked that question though because, you know, there are rappers out here that are independent, and people think that just because you're independent, it means that you're not under a label.
Or you're not good enough to be on a label.
Or
but like some independent artists
are still under a label.
No, yeah, they have independent labels.
Yeah.
But people love to say, oh, I'm an independent artist, meaning like literally independent, like I don't depend on nobody but me.
Yeah,
like that's
everybody depends on
So there's like levels of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because it's like you can always get a distribution deal too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't gotta be like, you know what I mean? Like a major label can come to you, you know what I mean? Y'all can like talk in a negotiation, but a standard like record label contract is like 80-20, you know what I mean? So they get 80%, you get 20% of your shit, you know what I mean?
Be damned.
So, that's why you gotta get that Master P deal, that Master P contract.
What contract is that?
But that's like a standard industry contract.
Yeah, but no, he did it so where it was in reverse.
Wow.
Yeah, so he did it where he got 80% and they only got 20, and he got control of his masters, which obviously is the smart thing to do, because if you use my music and I'm putting the work in, blah blah blah, it's like I should definitely get most of the compensation for it, you know. But that's how the record labels get people, and it's like it's fluke.
Well, during being a part of a record label, obviously I'm not a part of one, but from what I hear, like they shell out a lot of money for you as an artist.
But they expect you to pay it back, though.
They expect you to pay it back.
I'm not asking you to shove out money for me to pay it back. If that's the case, let's work something out where...
But they want to make money off of you.
And I feel it. So if you want to make money off of me, we're going to need to come up with another plan to do it so that everybody's eating.
I think in their minds, they're giving you the platform, they're giving you the connections, they're giving you the people that you wouldn't have had otherwise. So they're doing the work for you. Does that mean I become your slave? Like Neil said.
Prince said it.
No, you get 20%.
It's not even that, because it's like, for real, it's all about your work ethic and your label that you with, for real. Because all the marketing is going to come into play. Like, all of that, you know what I mean? It depends on how your album sells, you feel me? Your tours, you feel me? Like, how are you going to make this album sell? You know what I mean? Because basically, once they invest that money to you, bro, it's like you got to make that back. And then once you make that back, you can, you know what I mean, do what the fuck you want to do. You know what I mean? But it's just like, it's just a business. Because you got to think about it. All these places you going to, they paying for it. Your tour bus, they paying for it. Your food, they paying for that shit. Even the fucking venue, bro, when it come down to the fucking stadium, bro, they paying for it. You know what I mean?
The lights, so, like, the dancers,
all that
all
shit,
of that.
bro. You know what I mean? All that fire and all that shit. You feel me? They paying for that shit. You feel me?
But it's crazy how much like all these expenses add up and you still in the hole. But yet all these artists want to take advances and stuff and be getting all these cars and diamond rings, and then they not.
But that's what I'm saying. It's all about. It's really about what you do with your money. Because like I've seen some people be in that same contract and still come out on top because of how their work ethic was and how they use their money and their mindset.
And also, they probably understood it better because some people just see that
don't know how to read a contract.
They just signed the line. But they don't know what they just signed.
I feel like that's also with education, but it's also with some people just trying to make it out. Like they don't care how they make it out.
If
they
you've
just
been starving your whole life and somebody offers you a
sandwich,
piece of bread, not even a sandwich, just a piece of bread. That piece of bread gonna look real good. But then you start eating and you realize you could have got the sandwich. You probably gonna be mad later. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but I just think it's a little bit different. It's like it's one thing for somebody to say, "Hey, we're gonna give you this," versus say, "Hey, we're gonna give you this, but we need you to sign this." It's a big difference. It's the signature of the contract that ultimately messes people up.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
It is, but it's also like, okay, I hate to use this example, but let's just take Drake.
1 second, real quick though. Because at the same time too, it's all about how much you put in though. Because if a label comes to you and you already have all of this shit, bro, they can only take but so much percentage from you, bro. So for example, bro, because let's just say fucking Interscope came to me or something, right? And they wanted to sign me, right? I already write my own shit, so that's out of the fucking window. You feel me? I already know how to choreograph my own shit. That's out of the fucking window. I already know how to mix and produce it. You know what I mean? That's out of the. You know what I mean? All the shit that they gotta do for you. You know what I mean?
That's more money in your pocket.
His price just.
But is it harder for artists like that to get signed because they know that you don't depend on them?
I mean, nah. For real. I mean, because it's just like, if that's the case, it's just like, I'm saying like this, right? It's like, at the end of the day, it's more so like, you got to make them need you. If you're not needed, then what the fuck am I investing money into this for? You feel me? So it's just like, it's like a fucking cologne or whatever. You know what I mean? If I know that I want to smell like this, and I'm thinking like, damn, how can I smell like this? So now I got to negotiate to see how I can smell like this every day because everybody else loves it. I want to sell this now. You feel me? So it's just like that. But it's just like, it's all about how much you put into this shit. You know what I mean? How much you're willing to sacrifice for this shit.
And I think there is a lot of talented people out there who just don't put forth the effort. And without hard work and dedication, you know, talent don't work. Like, it doesn't at all. So you don't get anywhere with just talent.
Yeah, so it's just like, but I'm sorry, I lost sight of what I was saying. But, say Interscope came to me, right? And I already do all of that shit. So let's say they was going to offer me a deal of, normally they would offer like 80%, right? But because I already do all that shit myself and I don't really need their help, let's say the only thing I need their help with is marketing, right? Boom, 30%. You feel me?
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So it's just like, it just gotta make sense. You know what I mean?
People don't know to negotiate.
That's probably what master he did.
You gotta know your worth.
That's probably what master
He definitely negotiated.
No, I'm saying he probably was already in all of that stuff. He already knew that before.
I mean, because he brought his whole family on the.
Well, not from what I seen with Master P. He was smart. He didn't know it, but he was smart enough to say, "Let me get a lawyer," and then he talked to one of the biggest, you know. At the time, one of the biggest record labels in the game, and the question was, well, how can I get more bang for my buck? And then they told him, well, when you go in there, ask for this. But see, most people don't know about this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because most people don't know about it, they don't know to ask for it. So he told them what to ask for, and then when he asked for it, they flat out told him no. Because it's like, oh, you want 80%, you only want us to get 20? Nah, we good. But see, they was trying to call us a bluff. So he was like, all right, cool, bye. It's like, I don't need y'all. I was hoping we could do something together, but I don't necessarily need you. So he left. Then he got a call, and then boom, all right, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So they always going to try to jip you. They always going to try to jip you, but it's like, I just appreciate the fact that, you know, Master P was smart enough to say, let me ask the questions. Let me get the knowledge that I'm looking for. You know, to get the best out of it.
To where you need to be.
And it's like, people need to realize when they get in them doors, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta put yourself in a position where it's just like, you're not working for them, that they working for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with that being said, can record labels be as successful as they used to be in the past? I don't think so.
I don't think
Absolutely
so.
not.
Not with all these platforms.
It depends on what you're signing. It's all about in the paperwork, man.
Yeah.
It's really all in the paperwork.
And I think
if you're an idiot, they can really get you. But
not even just about being an idiot. It's like, just being uneducated on the things. Now we call it idiocracy or whatever, and that's just because we've seen movies.
Or let me say ignorance.
Like hella movies about how niggas got fucked over with their record label.
And constantly, and then people still come out with a messed up contract. And I'm like, y'all didn't see the New Edition movie?
Not even the New Edition movie, like the 500, like you could go on and on.
Every black movie about a musician,
nigga,
they got screwed over, period.
You see niggas on the street after they, were huge, like Motown, and they siphon niggas. So at this point, that generation breeded like our parents' generation, and our parents learned from that, and we breeded a whole nother generation that learned from our parents'
people
generation.
Still not learning, because look at what's that girl, Kesha, that had a messed up contract.
She had something sexual going on with her thing, though.
There's several other people. Megan Thee Stallion, who had a messed up contract.
That's what I'm saying. It's all about like what you're reading.
And she in
what
college,
what you're putting yourself into. It's all about what's on the paperwork. You feel me? Because like I can have like a major come to me. You know what I mean? I can then sign a distribution deal with them. You know what I mean? That I feel like instead of just signing like your whole shit over. You feel me? It's all about negotiating. You know what I mean? And starting and building these relationships, you know what I mean? Some people just want to jump the gun, you feel me? Like, I'm going to start out small before I you know what I mean? I jump out there and do that because I want them to see that I know my worth, you feel me?
And some people just don't know their worth. Like, they don't believe in themselves like other people believe in them. So, if you could go around and see that somebody else has talents and then they're not doing what they need to, that's the perfect candidate for a record label. Because it's like, okay, this person not putting forth the effort, I'm gonna put forth all the effort and I'm gonna get all the money off of it. Like,
there's so much more into this shit than just putting on a chain and getting in front of a camera.
Yeah.
Not putting on a chain.
For real.
Every rapper get a chain once they get some money. Where my chain at?
This shit get deep, you know what I mean? It's a lot to you know what I mean, to take in. So it's just like you just gotta know your knowledge and know what you're walking into. She got jokes.
Okay. So in the year 2020, as we know, it's been a
trash, absolute trash.
Trash. Throw it away. Don't put this in the history book.
Light it on fire.
Ever talk about it?
No, what Trey said earlier, it taught you life lessons, right? Like everything.
Right, but it's just like the thing about 2020 though is just like I don't know whether to be excited about it coming to an end or whether to be worried about
what's gonna happen in 2021.
Yeah. Like real shit, like because like this shit,
where do we go from
bro?
Here?
2020, man, they spanked us.
Yeah, definitely spanked us. But so I brought up the whole 2020 thing because 2020, a lot of rappers have just been getting shot. So it's like I think sometimes it's just like it's like a stigma between rappers and shootings. And I just want to talk about that. But, just all rappers shooting.
I noticed the Shade Room, like for the past 2 weeks, the Shade Room has been posting a rapper getting shot every 2 days.
Like, it was like Boosie got shot in his leg in Dallas. And then
Benny the Butcher got shot. And then somebody else got shot. MOD or something got shot.
Got shot.
Yeah.
Mo. Yeah, I was like, why is everybody getting shot? Like, what is everybody doing?
Bro, that
hurt. It's like
King Von.
King Von.
Oh, King Von.
And I'm dead.
So do y'all think it's a relation? Like, so are rappers just really in the streets like that?
Some are.
I think they are. And then the people who are in the streets so some rappers are in the streets, yes. Some rappers aren't in the streets, but the people who are in the streets who don't like what's being represented for the streets, and it's like you gonna live this life, you gonna be about this life, I'm coming for you, because at the end of the day, that's appropriation. You gonna appropriate my fucking shit and make money off of it, like we talked about before. I'm coming for you, like, and it is what it is. But
I don't know. So do you think it's selling out? For, let's just say, a lot of rappers do come from some hard places. So is it selling out if when they become successful, they get up out there and move to Calabasas? Everybody love going to Calabasas.
That's the home of
it's not. Look. It's not about that. It's just about the simple fact that there's always gonna be that crab in the barrel mentality. There's always gonna be a nigga doing better than you, and then somebody's always gonna want that person gone. Like regardless. Like Nipsey was doing great. This nigga won't doing shit. This nigga got killed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, it's things like that. So now we have a plethora of rappers where before people weren't getting signed like that. So it's not more so that more rappers are getting killed. It's more so that we have more rappers. And so
we have more successful rappers.
Yes. And so the problem is when you see success, niggas are green. Like some niggas are envious. Like they gonna do shit regardless. And people try to keep those people out of your circle and stuff. But when it comes to money, you never know who that person is until
it could be your best friend.
Got money. Like Kodak talk about it all the time. Like niggas he came up with just not fucking with him, or like, you know, trying to throw him under the bus, trying to keep putting him in jail just because he getting money. And he's like, bro, if I'm eating, you all eating, but they don't see it that way because you eating more than me, and I don't like that. And that's
I feel like if your friend, or like let's say if one of y'all got successful and y'all like, hey Sappy, come along with me, I'ma eat and I'ma be quiet.
Yeah.
Why can't you just eat and be quiet?
But some people want to lead.
Yeah.
People don't like being the follower.
Okay, but then that's when you take that opportunity and make a lane for yourself. And like don't just follow
killing them.
Yeah.
But then you go to jail and then you ain't got no lane.
I mean, yeah, but
you famous for killing the rapper. Like
smart enough to think like that. Unfortunately, they're not.
It's
smart
just
enough.
the short term goal. Like the short term goal is always gonna be, you know, to get what you get. And if you got $1 million right now and I kill you, I get $1 million. Not thinking about in the future, if you split that milli with me and then we invest and we can all eat. No, because people don't have real friends either. Like,
but I think Migos did it the best because, like they said, they literally spent everything 3 ways. It don't matter if it was an individual product or an individual song or album, whatever anybody got, it was split 3 ways. That way is no hating, no nothing. Everybody's getting a third or something.
But that's a group. They did it best for the group.
Well,
but there's some times where one dude will just be the rapper. And then he bring his crew with him. And his crew just...
Yeah, they're all 3 successful.
You know what I'm saying? They're all 3
but
part of the group.
I'm just saying, even in general, even back in the day when you had the new editions or whatever, yeah, they was still a group, but them niggas, they tried to get... What's the... Ralph tried to get him on his own, went on his own, eventually... And, you know what I'm saying, just, it wasn't the same, but then they was mad, you know, but it's like, just...
I always think groups is like, it's iffy.
I promise you, if he said, everybody gonna get a cut of what I get, I promise you, like, it wouldn't have been a big deal. I promise you. It's like, oh, well, he's not gonna be making more than us, so cool. That's really what it's about. It's just like, oh, he about to be making more money, now we upset.
Trey, what do you think? Have you ever thought about being a part of a group or anything like that? Or do you think that there's people preying on your downfall, trying to come for you? Anything?
I definitely believe there's always going to be that one person that don't want to see you be better than them. They'll see you be good as long as you're not being better than them. But as far as like how I feel about it, like I don't give a fuck with no one.
Yeah, I think Future said it best. Squares up on my circle.
Yeah, I don't know. And as far as like, I'm not worried about like how like nobody like coming towards me or nothing, because like, you know, I don't know. I just think of it like differently. You know what I mean? It's all about what you really manifest. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you really manifesting like that energy and you bring that energy around you, you know what I mean? Then like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just what's going to happen. You feel me? Like, me, I don't even manifest that because like, I don't know. I don't think like that because I already know if that was the case, then I'm prepared for it. But like, you know what I mean? But I don't be thinking, nah. I'm alert too. You know what I mean? I'm not green, but I'm just saying like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna think that all rip.
That everybody, yeah.
You feel me? Because everybody not bad. You know what I mean? It's just some bad.
I feel like if you keep that positive energy, then
also you
that
gotta,
negative don't come in.
Yeah, but you got to think about it like that. Maybe they are from the streets. Maybe they are hardened. But you start to get in these areres, and your PR team and all these people are telling you gotta, you know, you can't be shooting people randomly. Yeah. You can't be doing this. And they're like, okay, I'm gonna put the guns up, and then you put the guns up, and you get the X. You know, you get the X situation. Like, stuff happens because you are from a spot and you get caught lacking because...
But that's one of those situations that's just out of your control. Like,
you ain't bring that on your... situations are out of your control if you get shot. Like, you don't get shot when it's in control. Like,
I mean, but if
I'm in control of this situation.
Let's say, like, if you in a gang or something and you got a rival gang, like... trying to get at you, I mean, that's something that's technically out of your control, but you kind of brought that on yourself. You know what I'm saying?
And Meek was talking about that this week, I think. He was talking about, what did he say? He was going, if the niggas from Philly put up the guns or some shit like that, that he was going to sign them or some shit. He was like, it's like 5 core people who really ain't in the music business, but it's like they all beef with each other. So he would, and then somebody brought up some old
Honestly,
shit.
I would not let no beef come in between my money. I'm sorry. If we got beef and then there's money on the table that we can both eat, you my best friend that day.
It's deeper than that.
Yeah,
it's
people
deeper
just feel
than
like
that.
they got shit to prove.
Especially if you done killed my cousin, my brother, my sister.
I mean, okay, that's a different type of beef.
That's what beef is, though.
It becomes pride. It's really just a pride thing. It's just
pride and ego.
People can't put that aside for the greater good. That's honestly what it's for. Like, literally for the greater good. It's just like, nah, I can't let it slide. But it's just like, the cycle just going to continue. That's all that's going to happen.
Well, I'm going to teach my kids, let it go. Because there's money at the door. Okay.
I mean, if we're being honest, niggas always got shot, though. Biggie and Tupac, like, niggas stay getting shot. Like,
that's sad.
It's just happening.
It shouldn't be a correlation of rap means getting shot.
It shouldn't be.
No, because you're putting a spotlight on somebody who didn't have a spotlight on them before.
And people can't take it.
No, they can't.
Yeah, people can't take it. But with that being said, before we get out of here, I gotta pose the ultimate question, and I love asking this question. And we just gonna see the responses. But who's better, Biggie or Tupac?
I plead the fifth.
Oh, we can't be pleading no fifth.
All I'm gonna say is, to me, my favorite. I can't say he's the best. They both good in my opinion, but my favorite is Tupac. And I'm telling you, since I was a little kid, I used to rap "Bender's Got a Baby," and I don't know what that song was about, but I knew all the lyrics. And "Keep Your Head Up." I just feel like a lot of his music was very uplifting. Like from somebody, like even his poetry was very uplifting. So I feel like I identified more with Tupac. Biggie got bars for days. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? Biggie's that type of person when you in the club and you gotta shake your shoulders because you know what I'm saying. But Tupac, he was one of those people you sit in the corner and you just like listen to his lyrics. You know what I'm saying? So, but they both equally are as good.
For me, I fuck with Biggie because of the bars. You know, it got to be the bars. And then I feel like Biggie had a bigger influence on the rap game as it is today than Tupac has. Like, niggas draw from Biggie way more. Like, if you think about your J. Cole's, you think about, you know, your Kendrick. Like, I don't know. Kendrick kind of both, but you get a lot of Biggie rappers. Like, a lot of people were influenced heavy by Biggie, and you can hear it in their lyrics every day. So I have to go with Biggie for that one. Sorry.
Me personally, I feel like I'm gonna have to. It'll be Pac for me, more so because Pac was more so for the people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like he made.
But was he really though?
No.
Nah, he was.
Was he really?
I feel like he was more so for the people.
I feel like he wanted to be, but I feel like he was just tied between wanting to be for the people and then trying to maintain the thug life mentality. I don't think you can. I don't think you can do both.
I don't think he was really trying to maintain that lifestyle. I think that's
that
what
was
he
his
was.
lifestyle. Yeah.
You feel me? That's what I'm saying.
That's
what I'm saying.
Was he trying to escape it?
Yes, the first time he got shot.
Because I don't think that was his lifestyle.
I'm just saying, bro. I feel like
that's not how he grew up.
Yes,
I don't feel like. I mean, I don't sit up here and know this man's life, but I feel like
you know who Pac's parents was. Bro?
Yeah, they was like Black Panthers.
Well, I think there's a difference between living that life of a Black Panther or the child of a Black Panther and facing adversity and the lifestyle of being part of a gang-associated life. Those are two completely different lives.
That's your environment, bro.
Yeah, I feel like if you raised around that, then that's what you... You don't have to be a part of a gang to be in the gang area.
He the one who damn near raised his sister, bro.
So, okay.
So it's just like, I'm saying, his mom was on that shit. You feel me? So it's just like, that was his environment. You know what I mean?
What made
she
you...
had to get,
go ahead.
You feel me? She had to go get clean. I just feel like Pac, you know what I mean? Pac was more so, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. Maybe I'm being biased because I ain't grow up with no parents either. You feel me? So it's just like, maybe I'm just.
You identify more with him.
You know what I mean? I kind of relate with Pac more. I sympathize with him more in like his situation because like at the end of the day, I feel like I don't know. I feel like Pac was misunderstood and I feel misunderstood. So I'm gonna be biased regardless.
And then that's probably like he had more emotion. He was a poet, so you gonna relate to him better too because he was a poet before anything. Like that's how he started as well. So that makes sense.
All right. Personally, between Biggie,
we know you like Biggie.
Tupac. No, I definitely like Biggie. I mean, I actually like both of them. But you know, just having a conversation sometimes. You know, I don't necessarily think one is better than the other, and to me, it bothers me that people love to say, "Oh, who's better?" But the reality is, they both set a level in the rap game that people wanted to attain. And the sad part is, if you ask me, they weren't even at their primes.
They weren't.
They was going up the hill, and that's the sad part, you know. But it bothers me sometimes because to me, there are rappers in this world now who are better than Biggie and Tupac.
Yeah.
But people will act as if they're not. And, you know, they try to give Biggie and Tupac that credit just because they're dead. And, you know, rest in peace, definitely. But don't get me wrong. But there are people who put together, like, way bigger and better bodies of work because, you know, they have been alive longer and they've been able to do it. But,
Drake.
you know, but Biggie and Tupac definitely, you know, they definitely created what I think we have now. But I would ride with Biggie over Tupac, but they're definitely both great artists. But they were all, I think people have conversations based on their potential.
They do that a lot.
Yeah, not really.
They do that with
what
Aaliyah and Beyonce all the time.
Yeah.
Like Aaliyah would have been better, and I'm like,
but not really based on what they really did. And the reality is, neither one of them had a really big body of work. They didn't. It's just what it is.
They had the potential, so I think everybody
and
thinks of what they could have had. Yeah,
for forever, and it's
but we don't even know what could they could have plateaued right then, and we would have never known.
Been it.
Yeah,
and then, like years later, it's like, yo, that was their peak. That was their prime. You know, it's like they never got big.
I know we're supposed to head out, but like. One last question. Do you think it's better to not say, you know, die, but like to die than die off? Like,
as an artist?
Yeah.
Nah, cause
I'd rather fall off than.
You can fall off and still be alive and enjoy life.
Yeah, I mean,
like looking in the public eye, like let's say like you were at your prime and then you know something happens to you,
Bruh,
and then
I would rather be a little Bow Wow, bro. Be in a fucking casket.
And you're right, because the thing is, as much of a clown as Lil Bow Wow is,
he still
still see him be like, bro, oh snap, it's Lil Bow Wow.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, if he came up to me and was like spit a verse, I'm like, all I want to do is see you bounce. I was a Bow Wow fan, like for real.
I'd definitely rather fall off. I mean, because it's one hit wonders out there that if you still seeing, you still gonna be like, oh snap, you sang such and such. It's like, oh yeah, you still think,
you still think one of these OnlyFans girls not gonna suck up Mike Jones?
Oh, big fact. That's the OnlyFans girl.
Not for real.
Oh,
Mike who? Mike Jones.
Mike Jones. You feel me?
That's
everything, bro.
But I feel like that just
goes 004.
Oh my sweet Jesus.
But no, that's real, man. That's real. Like Bama's done fell off, but it's youngins out here who will still geek to hop on. Like, and that's just. But
is that your music career or is that just the name? Like
it's the name.
Because think about it like this. Like even though they not on a big scene no more, it's still like so many people. You gotta think about it like this. Dre, he was producing and rapping. You feel me? Now he just make music. He behind the scenes. Young Bird, you know what I mean? Sex T, shorty. You know what I mean? Him. Yeah. You feel me? Like he's making music now. He's a writer. Yeah, hitmaker. Every time you hear that hitmaker, you feel me?
That's Young Bird.
I know that.
Yeah, my man, bro. He's in the field. You feel me? So it's like a lot of people that's because they not on camera don't mean they still not working.
Exactly.
You feel me?
They might have fallen off from being in front of the screen.
Exactly, but
like Carrie Hilson can still get it.
But Carrie Hilson was is an amazing songwriter. Okay. She started off as a songwriter.
She fell off. And how did she fall off? Because of Beyonce.
No, she fell off as a singer.
No, the point is she fell off. We said fall off. So she fell off.
But she's still writing though.
But she fell off. She can still get it. That's the point we're talking about right now. People are still doing things. They may have fallen off, but they are still doing things.
Yeah, she's still active.
Yeah, so it's just
but she not no Beyonce.
Yeah, I would rather fall off. Because if I'm not in front of the TV, but I'm still going to do other things. It's like, I produce, make beats, whatever.
I don't know. I wouldn't even say fall off, because if you still active, you still active. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't call it fall off.
Fall off, I would say would be like fucking like
drugs, like crack.
So like MC Hammer. You feel me?
Like he's just not doing any. Like now he building houses. You know what I'm saying? Like he's doing nothing musically. I'm talking about like falling off at like not doing
off the grid.
Yeah, like you not doing nothing at all.
Because I've seen people. Well,
then I would still rather fall off than be dead.
Yeah,
I mean anybody would.
Pick up another.
Nah, that's
look
not
at
true.
Adina Howard.
Because some people take themselves out. Like if they feel like they fell off and they like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I'm not as famous as I used to be. This. They take themselves out the game. So not everybody feels that.
But that's what Adina Howard did. Adina Howard ain't doing. She cooks.
It was cocaine.
No, don't get me wrong. Yeah, it was cocaine, but she's active doing. She's a chef. Got her own cooking show. So it's like
for me, the mission is to fall off, because once I am done everything, I plan to fall off, and I don't want to be found.
I know that's right.
I'm gonna be in Alaska somewhere. You feel me? I just want to make it to
Alaska,
that
that's
age
Trump
where that can fall
territory.
off.
That's real. All right, guys. So
I'm saying, like, hold on. I'm not gonna say the mission is to fall off because that's just wild as shit to say. That's just wild as shit to say.
Delete that part.
The mission, right. The mission is to be successful. You feel me?
Yeah.
But like in the end, you know what I mean? If people say I fell off, I would not care because
You just want to stop, be done,
I got all my shit accomplished.
conclude what you've done.
I
Yeah.
got all the shit accomplished that I wanted to get accomplished. So.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and bring today's episode to an end. We hope that you guys enjoyed what you heard. Remember, keep the conversations going. Talk amongst yourselves about everything that we discussed. Do not let the conversation stop here. All right. So really quickly, go ahead and let everybody know where they can follow you and listen to your music.
You guys can follow me at I am Trey Ricardo, and that's everywhere on social media. My music's on all platforms, so you guys can just tune in. You know what I mean? Make sure you guys, stay tapped in. We got my mixtape coming called Flavors, and we got my album behind that called Behind My Eyes. So make sure you guys be on the lookout for that.
All right, so keep that in mind. Sharvon, go ahead and close us out with today's word.
So if you're like me and music is the heart and soul of everything you do, it is the perfect season to make your playlist so that you will have a song to go along with every mood. And remember, it's getting cold outside, so if you don't have a good plug by now, you're just not getting one.